Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Darwin's Journey here on Board Game Arena, where today we go up against the final and most powerful Alfred, the green one, in the ultimate contest to determine who will devour the other's brain and thus gain their vital, rich, tasty information about the theory of evolution, which is, I think, what has been at stake this whole time? I'm pretty sure. So, a quick look at the new Alfred's board. Doesn't show him being terrifyingly more dangerous than the last one, and I will note that the game calls both the manual rulebook. Board games have rulebooks. The rulebook calls both the yellow and green levels advanced, so maybe these are just two different takes on kind of the same level of difficulty. I don't know, but we can see here. On the third tent, we get a museum delivery. On the fourth tent, every green action taken after that point gets +1 step, is I believe how this works. I don't know. I'm not horrified to look upon the powers arrayed here. What I will say is that I'm a little worried about a path to a good score for ourselves, having looked at the sort of the random elements of the board here. So you can see the first round scoring objective. The first round Beagle goal is points for reptiles. There are not a lot of reptiles available on the board early. Obviously, there's this red one here, which I think is going to be a pretty high priority. Taking like an early boat move into a fast delivery, I think could be pretty strong. Red reptile, sadly, is not a huge amount of money, but it's not nothing. Early deliveries are always good. And then after that, like the next reptile is 6 spaces into this island, 5, I guess. And the third reptile is all the way over here, and the fourth one is in the museum already. So not awesome. Then it's points for lens tokens, then points for completed objectives, and then you get back to specimens at flowers and flowers and fossils. Note that there's actually only one flower on the board. The other 3 are in the museum to start with, which is a little awkward. All 4 of the fossils are out on the board, though. Our specialty book actions are kind of not awesome, I think. This, in theory, is an okay way to earn a bunch of money, but like, how often do you have an extra knowledge token just sitting around? Especially with the way things are laid out here, like there's no super convenient actions to grab them. I guess, you land on them on the islands is the idea. The other starting action is just place an unused explorer early, which is like fine. It's fine. Obviously, you would only want to use it a couple of times at most. And then like a little bit of book track movement. This thing where you complete an objective is kind of cool, and maybe we'll try to take advantage of that by the end of the game. And then the correspondence envelopes are definitely weird. Obviously, 1 and 3 are classics here, but this one that awards 2 spaces on the book track to the first place and one to the second place, it feels very I don't know. I guess like you put like 2 or 3 stamps on it, it fires a couple of times, and you get like 2 spaces. I don't know. This seems a lot weaker than the others. Is all I'm thinking. Yeah. So with that, let's have a look at our crew. Now, because of the value of that 2-point move on the boat track to grab the only early reptile, I do think it's a good idea to start with somebody who's blue. I mean, we have the purple seal guy, so maybe that's the deal. But I also like our blue guy here because he has money on his action thing. We have some weird ones. It's hard for me to evaluate 5 spaces on the theory of evolution track. Like, it's almost certainly going to be 1 multiplier. Maybe you could finagle it to be as much as 2, which in the optimal case would be 12 points, but it's much more likely to be in the neighborhood of like 6-ish, right? Which makes him just kind of worse than this guy. Right, yeah, because you're gonna end, like, your cube's already gonna be in, like, the bottom couple rows anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I guess, like, this guy's more valuable the less you think you're going to book track. I just don't think it's very compelling. But I do like to start with a red and also get a purple seal, I think is really strong. So I'm, like, inclined to take these two, and then the question is, of y'all, which? That action that's kind of interesting is yellow, yellow, red, red. Doesn't really combine very well with our crew. It's fine. We might, you know, play it once by dropping the lens on it and then just never fire it again or something. So the question is 8 points in a starting green seal versus tent and a starting yellow seal. And I really think that's a pretty difficult choice, honestly. I hate to have nobody who can take the seal action, or nobody who can take the stamp action, and if we take this guy, we are disincentivized from taking any yellow seals at all. Whereas if we go blue, yellow, red, we at least have a good reason to pick up some green seals, so that we have all 4 action types available. And of course, you know, I'm always, like, you always have the purple. But I think I like... Is a tent going to end up being worth 8 points? I think this is a much easier call if you have the tent beagle goal on the board. We don't this game. What are the odds that a tent ends up being worth more than 8 points? I don't know. It's really hard to say, right? Like, obviously, the tent itself is not going to be worth anywhere near 8 points, but the action that it enables and, you know... Well, I guess you had to think about, you could place the tent onto a location that you weren't going to hit otherwise, so it may in fact be worth 8 points. Yeah, all right. Let's take them like this. We have no green to start with. I think that's okay. All right, and then what are we at here? I mean, we could probably fulfill this gold objective this turn, right? And then just get to 8 points, get a bird. Where are the birds at? There are 2 birds on the map. They're both on the first island. That's probably doable. I think we're going to take these. We're going to get ourselves a second red seal. We're going to catch up to the beagle right away. You're going to place a lens, which is a little annoying. So place a lens and immediately grab that specimen I was talking about. I don't think that changes whether we want to take the specimen. And both of Alfred's highest priority workers are on that left book, so I think we probably ought to play left book now. Let's just go ahead and do blue guy. Blue guy moves 2, grabs this, and if we don't get to make the delivery, if Alfred delivers right now, I'll be sad about it, but I still think this is, you know, it's still right to get it because of the 6 points. Okay, he does not deliver right away. He does play in that book, which is fine. What that does mostly for us is it tells us that we, you know, this is no longer contentious. So... do we just want to deliver right now, right this second? The delivery is 3 book track plus 4 money. It's always really compelling to try to push to the double delivery, right? It always feels so much better to push to the double delivery. But I feel like it's got to be right to just go for this, right? Because if we don't go for this and we play, like, we spend money to play move to pick up another specimen and then he takes the delivery out from under us, we're gonna feel terrible. I'm gonna go for it, and I'm gonna use our yellow worker to do it. Let's just get that really fast push here. It's nice to have some money to start the game with. And there's the delivery. He would absolutely have undercut us. Okay. Now, we accomplish this, and in fact, we're going to have exactly enough money here to unlock our 5th worker, which I don't think I've ever been able to do in the first round before. Right? No, we're not. No, we're not. Shoot. I was thinking that because I played a 3-player game of this with my friends the other night, and when you play 3 players, the cost for playing in a played diary is only 2 coins. I got my brain all rewired, apparently. So I probably want to go get coins first, then, because I want to make sure we have enough money. We need to be able to pay 3 plus 1 for the relevant seal, plus 5. So you are going to grab an objective tile, probably. 2 blue specimens. There's 2 blue specimens fairly early on this first island. Or 2 stamp stacks empty. I mean, this is something that will happen, I'm sure. We could just, like, throw it in the 5-point space. Yeah, I don't hate that. I think that's actually pretty all right. Let's go ahead and yes, let's go ahead and do that. So we're just going to take the silver one. We're going to put it in a place where when it finally finishes, it'll be like pretty okay. And this gives us the money to take our 5th worker. Wow. He's really sailing. Okay, and a little bit of travel as well. These are some rough progress cards. Yeah, this one sort of scales across a bunch of things and eventually becomes 9 victory points. And then this one is just points and all the seals. And yeah, I'm a little worried about that. I think those are pretty scary. Okay, so now we take this worker, play here. Grab red seal. And we want to just put it on our red seal person, right? Yeah, because if we're pushing for the fast completion of anybody, the one who distributes another seal is the one that we want. Alright, so that gets us this, which we put here. Hopefully that turns out to be worth it. At the very least, this person is like, go get 3 coins, right? Which is, I think, a totally reasonable thing to want. An extra 3 coins every turn is a big deal. I suppose, in this case, what they could be instead is magnifying glass for another reptile. But there's no way, right? There's no way that's better than don't be broke next turn. What we really need to do is get some correspondence going, because that stamp envelope is worth a lot of money, but... Or that the money envelope is worth a lot of money, but, you know, we'll get there when we get there. Holy crow, that ship. All right, 4 points for you, 6 points for me. What's up? During the game, we are ahead of the AI. Really breathe that in, enjoy that, because it's going to stop being true immediately. Okay, yeah, Alfred's about to get such a huge number of points. Must you? I really wanted to... And then he gains 14 points. Cool. I really wanted to play a lens. Okay, well. So this turn's objectives are, yeah, but this turn's Beagle scoring goal is lenses. And that would be a pretty fun thing to do. Now he's got a double delivery loaded up here. And I do not like it. I really wanted to unlock the double red action with, like, blue guy and then play the double red action. I guess we don't really have the money for that anyway. So what do we want to do? It is still possible for us to play a lens. I really wish he hadn't stolen the gold objective very first thing, because I would love to fill this space in now and get that reduced placement penalty. As things stand, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's time to just, like, go put some stamps on the thing. Put down some stamps feels really, really soft, though. So that delivery would be worth a fair amount. I am considering just playing green with our purple guy, because if we do this and then Alfred doesn't deliver, we've got a really strong deliver. And if he does deliver, then we can just move forward again and get our stamps along with a tent placement, along with more movement. And in particular, movement toward a bird, which is, you know, obviously of some value to us. We won't be at 8 victory points on the board until, honestly, maybe the end of round 3. So I guess that objective's not really something that's pressuring us. But, like, if we're going to be placing stamps and stuff, I want to be taking multiple actions into it, right? Hopefully that's very sensible. The other thing I'm wondering is, I know it's like it feels like a kind of a whack action to take this early, because you want to be playing in the books while playing in the books is free, but I'm so worried he's going to wipe out the other objective tile that I like, part of me wants to just go and grab that right away. I think what we're going to do is take that movement. That leaves me with blue, yellow, red, red. He's so incentivized to play on that left book, though. It is not easy for us to take another step forward, action. I guess that's the thing that's worth noting, is that if I do take this move, we don't actually get to move forward onto that tent without buying a green seal. I do think buying a green seal is a good idea anyway. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. There is no reason to spend the temporary knowledge token for the 3-space move, because I would rather just move 2 spaces. Well, I guess the reason is that I wouldn't really like you to move 3 spaces, but I don't want to spend the token for that, I don't think, just to remove the possibility that you could move 3. Yeah, I think I'm not going to spend the token for that. All right, and if they don't deliver, we will deliver. Okay, takes big boat move, and we at least made him pay for it a little bit. So yeah, I think this is send the no seals worker to deliver. Again, it's only a half delivery, but it's actually a very lucrative half delivery. It's in a really convenient spot on the board, and it cuts their delivery value some should they try to push. So let's go ahead and jump in front of that. It's a very high yield move. Okay, then they play green. You know, we're making it expensive at least. Then they burn the other objective. Asshole. Okay, and then we still actually don't have any play in this book. So We're also at a place here where, like, I could... We have enough money to play a lens even with the placement penalty. And I'm wondering if I want to use my blue guy for that. So it'd be 7 coins in total to put this lens down. But it's a lens that's valuable to us. Getting to place two seals at once is a big deal. It's a useful thing to have open. We're going to be too broke to take advantage of it if he plays into this book next, which he very well might. But we do have a couple workers left, like we can afford to take a plus coins action. It's one of the really nice thing about the 5th worker, honestly, is mostly that it opens up like an extra plus coins action every round. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna play a lens. The lens is worth 3 points as well for the Beagle scoring objective, even if we don't move our boat. And I think we're probably not gonna end up moving our boat. Okay, so what's getting played forward? We are probably putting down a green seal. And I'm debating where the green seal goes. Because what I might want to do here... I have 3 coins and a 1 coin discount. We can afford to just go to 4 seals on our 3rd person, and maybe we should. It would cost me a total of 3 coins to do that, because we need this plus those 2 covers, so we'll end up spending 2 of our 3 coins. We're going to have to play a money action after this anyway before we make our final play for the turn. But no, I don't think there's a I think that's just the right play. Like I think that's pretty good actually. And then it's worth noting, not that I necessarily want to do this, but once we've done that, we do have the seals open for this with the distinction. And our last action of the turn, yeah, we could just sell our token off for a bunch of money. Yeah, I like that a bunch actually. So let's go ahead and put the red seal here. And then with a slight discount, put the green seal here. Getting that distinction feels really significant. Oh, you monster. Oh no, okay, he had to deliver. I was gonna say he drew the play in the special book action, but he hit a delivery at the top of the card, which prevented this part from happening. So yeah, I think you go here. Let's just throw that thing away for... At this point in the game, it's got to be the money, right? And then we can take you and remarkably play this book at no cost. That is actually pretty wild. It's interesting. Do we want... I'm going to take the seals from here. From the seal or the stamps from the seal space. And then do we want to... Because we actually have quite a bit of money. We don't have to hit this. Maybe it's better to deny you 1 point of movement. The point of boat movement doesn't do much for us. The point of boot movement gets us just a temporary knowledge token that we could once again sell. Is that better than taking the money? You're going to take that point of movement as drop a tent and get 3 things, plus also, you know, just boat move toward that tent drop. If you only get one of the 2 things, which one do you take? I don't know that it actually matters, but Okay, Darwin's Journey. I actually am not even sure where to look for this quickly. Special action thing. Okay. Yep, there's no notes about it in the reward phase. Score the correspondence envelopes in the same way that it's described in the multiplayer section of the rulebook. Yeah, interesting. Well, I'm sure it's in here somewhere. I'm not going to pore over this section of the rulebook on camera to figure it out because it probably doesn't actually matter that much. And I'm probably being silly. It probably is just go get money. Like, one thing that I don't love about a single point of boot movement for us is that it puts me in a position where the next time I move, I also only want a single point of movement, but we're almost certainly going to get 2 points of movement. I'm just going to put it on the dollars thing. Money is good. I know it seems like we have enough money, but what does enough money even mean? He's getting some book track. He is certainly getting book. Alright, 3 whole points from the Beagle for us. This is enough that our silver objective will fire as soon as we pick up a bird specimen. Alright, Alfred is going to take a whole bunch of seals this turn, and he starts by dropping a lens. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so it's not very difficult for us to go get 2 seals and make this happen. I think we probably do want to do that. So if we take that action right now, it's going to cost us... We're going to put this red here, so that's 2. We're going to, with our silver distinction, get to play an additional seal. So we've effectively paid 1 coin, and then we get to place 2 more seals at full price, is how we should think of this. Do we want to build another person toward... do we want to build up another person toward their whole situation right away, or do we want to like split and gain a little bit of functionality on multiple people? It's probably we can hit somebody else to their silver distinction, can't we? So if we go red here, we get to place 2 more seals plus 1 more seal. Yeah, so we get to put 3 seals on somebody. Okay, so we're going to pick you up, place you here. This is actually extremely rad. We're going to pay the thing now, take the red seal, put it there. We are going to flip this crew card last. So I'm inclined to... Ugh, I hate how far down these green seals are. I'm inclined to think the play is like yellow seal on you. I'm not so worried about the blues. But I think I do want to make this this tent thing happen before we fire our silver objective that rescores one of our tents, right? I think that probably makes sense. So we will go for that, and then I think I would like to place a green, and it's just going to be pretty expensive. We have money. It's fine. And then we commit this crew card here. Wax seal there. Is that better than bumping this crew member up to 6? I'm not sure, honestly. But I certainly don't want to be putting down a blue, or a purple seal rather, on somebody who's already taken their turn. That feels wasteful, right? So now, like, we could take this person and play this lens for 4 points of movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, and just get our bird. Getting our bird scores this for us, which allows us to just grab something else from the island, and then we can do a proper delivery. Next round, catch up on the book track a bit and do some good work there. Alternatively, it would also get us some points for crossing this threshold first, which is nice. So if I do this and we take the specimen thing, it's just grabbing this specimen, which I think is fine. And then we just double bird deliver. We do not ever score those, like, those birds are not super high value. And there's something to be said for stopping where we can, like, make camp. The other thing we could do is basically just take like a take it easy action, send our 0 seal person to go like grab some objectives. Flower reptile wouldn't complete right away. 2 yellow specimens and 20 points would really require that we use that silver objective space to grab this. Which I don't necessarily hate, honestly. Yeah, that's not too bad. Or we could just take a magnifying glass action at some point to finish satisfying this. Like, magnifying glass for yellow flower, which is in the museum already, is pretty good. It is a multifarious study. Yeah, actually, I do not hate that as the plan for fulfilling this. We're moving toward the 20 fairly quickly. We have a number of completed objectives. 2 is that number, in case you were curious. I guess we're not moving toward 20 all that quickly. $20, it turns out, is a lot. What else could I do with you? I could go drop stamps. We could drop 3 stamps from here. If I drop 3 stamps, I get to complete another another crew thing, actually, which is kind of funny. Right, it lets you drop a seal with a -2 cost, so we could go get green and put it here for only 2 coins. That actually would cost us 5 coins in total, but it would also let us place a tent anywhere that we would like to place a tent. And you know, I don't hate here, actually. Or we could like pay a coin and get an objective in 3 coins. It might be worth it to go get some money. And it would be nice to have this objective. Another yellow stored up, because they seem to be going quickly. Okay, I think I like that, actually. So this action actually lets us drop 4 stamps. because we get that +1. Yeah, okay. So we're going to take these two and... Is it boat move or people move? I think it's people move. And we're just going to drop them right here, I think. Right, I could guarantee first place on this. Or not guarantee, but I could take first place on this. I'm planning to move 2 spaces already. And thus play another 2. I think, yeah, I want to take this from there. I'm going to put them here. Take first place on this envelope. We are going to pay for this there, which is going to let us drop a tent somewhere. So we could take 2 points of boat movement, which really is just worth 2 points by playing here. We could play here for a free seal and actually push somebody up to 6, which is not horrible, I think. Here gets us 2 more stamps, the placement of which would allow us to move our guy forward 2 spaces. But I know this is all of our money, and that does feel kind of bad, but it's also... Well, it gives us some money back immediately because it lets us play the second tent. So actually, it's less bad than it looks. No, I like that a bunch. We put the tent down there, move our explorer up to here, place our second tent, which earns us 2 coins, and also take the rest of these, and I think probably go back up to matching on the money envelope, or we could take first on this envelope. You know what? Let me take first away on this envelope, and that's going to unlock take 2 more steps, which we use to go get the bird. Clearing this objective, which is, you know, fine. And then clearing this objective. And now we could rescore that tent if we wanted. If we do rescore that tent, it's going to move our explorer to here. Maybe we do just take this... It also just gains us 5 raw points, which obviously is very fun. It's probably better than take 2 stamps off of my board, right? Because next time we make a stamp play, we'll probably be able to move the whole stack anyway. So yeah, I think I like this. Sorry, my hand is a little twitchy. I have a physical issue that sometimes causes me to twitch in a way that the way I set my hand on my mouse naturally causes a right click to occur. Yeah, I think I want to do this one. So we score 5 more points. We get 2 steps with the Explorer. That 5 does push us over the 20-point threshold. So at this point, this is actually very easy for us to get now. And do I just walk to the 3-point thing with the intent of picking up the yellow bird off of this? Well, the big problem with that is I don't necessarily want to wait until next round to deliver, because who knows... Well, he's never going to move this guy again, so he'll never pick up this bluebird, actually. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's totally fine. We can afford to do that. And so we ended up making a bunch of money off the back end of that action anyway. He's never going to pick up birds, so he'll never take the coin from this action. No, overall, I'm just really happy with that. Okay, he's going to go for a walk on that 3rd island. Yep, start putting down some big points. And now we have 7 money and some workers, and we got some decisions to make. We could just go get this right now, right? With a walk action. I do think I want to go take the gold objective before it disappears. Are we clear on this? Do we have... No, we don't have flour, that's right. We will, but we don't. So I am thinking about the end of round goal, you know, just how many of these can we get. There's some value, obviously, to moving forward with the ship. It would be 4 ship spaces forward to take an objective via that space. And that would be a pretty fun thing to do. But we don't quite have the money to take that action by playing the lens. We're actually not far off. So maybe the thing we do here is go get an objective, which will give us the money to make a 4-point ocean move. We'll have 9 coins, and so we'll be able to do this. Pay 3, pay 5. We'll have 1 coin left, so we do get to drop the tent. We get 3 coins back plus an objective, the other objective, and we drop that tent, which is even more movement. It's enough to move us across here. It's not bad. I think that's actually a pretty good play. Let's go grab an objective. Which one do we care about more? The gold one, I guess. It would be better to make sure we get. Okay, you just rest. Then we lens here. It is nice to have money. Okay, so move all the way to there, pay the 1 for the tent, get 3 coins, get... Yeah, we do have space in our reserves. Let's just take the objective tile now. And 1 boot or 2 boat. 1 boot doesn't accomplish either of our objectives. So 2 boat is just worth 3 points, and the placement of the explorer. That's probably the right thing to do, right? Yeah. Let's just catch up, shall we? And then we have a worker left, and it is worth noting that we have 3 coins. I could go and do a double magnifying glass. As things stand, we're going to start the next round with only 2 money, which is a little scary. Although we're also going to start the next round with a delivery action. Well, it's a delivery action that's not worth very much money. We gain 3 coins when we deliver the blue bird, and then we pay those 3 coins to deliver the yellow bird, which actually only gains us 1 coin, or maybe 0 if he is delivered by then. So we'll be in kind of a rough space financially. Does that make it the case that I want to do something else or not double study? Well, I think I do. You know what? I want to do the double study because, or I want to do the study action. I don't know if it's a double. We definitely want to do the study action because taking this study accomplishes objectives. So the bird will accomplish when this runs. That'll finish off this objective for us. So do I want to have 3 coins left at that point? I think is an important question. Now that we have an explorer on this island, flipping our silver objective into the research a specimen space does allow us to grab this flower without having to worry about moving on this island. And maybe that is... because the thing is, it is only like a little bit of movement away. It might be worth it to just go get it. But the other thing I'm thinking is that we can, well, I'm not really denying it to him because he would never move this explorer again, right? Or at least not for a while, not until this one reaches the end of the island, which probably will happen. But so we have some time. I'm not super stressed about that. I think we're going to put this objective tile... The major cost for seals from this point forward isn't really going to be the scrolls. I'm not so worried about this. If we put this down and we grab the yellow bird with it, then we can have this guy move forward instead, grabbing the coins. If we ever want to move this dude forward, we can go around this side to the tent that lets you play a seal for free, which is awesome. I think actually, yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe I want to grab the yellow bird. So let's do that. Let's put this here. Take the yellow bird. Which then accomplishes our other objective. It doesn't let us get one of these. Am I allowed to... I'm allowed to just end my turn without claiming this, right? We could wait. My point is we could spend the 3 coins now, just grab another flower that'll be worth 6 points later. Pay 3 points for 6 points. Do I think that's a good rate of exchange right now? And then make this move forward, right? Or this move forward. And then use that money to pay for the free seal. I mean, it's not bad. It's really not bad. Sorry, I'm so torn. I'm going to... Is there any particular reason that we would care whether it is... No, it doesn't really matter what it is. I was just going to grab flower because it's good to grab flower. Is there a color we're going to have trouble getting? We're probably not going to easily get another red. So I guess I'll grab red flower. And then I'm going to end my turn without taking this because we want to take it later in the turn. Okay. So, correspondence rewards. Boat move forward 1 is extremely simple to process. Explorer move forward 1. I'm pretty sure it's this explorer. Yeah. Get 5 coins. Now we process this. We'll put a purple seal for free on, I think, probably the lower worker, right? Get us a little bit more versatility with that gold distinction. All right, Alfred gets correspondence rewards. Prefers to take boot movement, worth noting for the future. Okay, book track. 4 money for you, 2 money for me. we're actually doing pretty well on our Beagle rewards here. We're keeping up okay. Those are interesting. I have two lenses out right now. All right. Okay, so yeah, it's yellow and green and 3 lenses, or 2 green seals and a green specimen. We don't have a green specimen right now, but we are hoping to accumulate. So, most important move at the moment, we have a delivery. We're not strongly incentivized to take the delivery right now. I think I would rather be playing in the books before they get expensive. So we could play our massive powerful worker here in order to get a 4-space move with a stop off, allowing us to claim like this and that. Has he delivered? He has delivered that person already, which is a shame. But we could go grab the blue flower. If I decide I don't care about this because he's already delivered on it, well, it is worth 6 points on the last final turn. You know, the most finalist of turns. I don't hate this. It lets us steal the 3-point banner from him. It lets us grab this thing. Well, he's not likely to advance this worker anymore. Not soon, anyway. So it's actually not even a high priority. It's the thing we probably should do, but it's not a high priority thing to do. So, what is a high priority thing to do? Moving the boat some would not be bad. Note 3 stamps and place a tent. The tent placement we have here is stamp, so we could dump the whole stack, allowing us to move the boat 2 more spaces, catch up over the -4 victory point line, and drop more tents and stuff, which is pretty rad. So there is something to be said for just move your boat forward a little bit. If we took this boat move with the gold distinction, so we go 1, 2, 3, stop off, drop the tent, and then go here. Well, I guess the way we would want to plot that then is take both of the side branches, get the 4 coins from this, drop them off there, move the boat forward even more, and then, yeah, claim some dominance over here. And with 6 wax steels, we can distribute those 4 stamps. Or sorry, I'm not talking about a stamp action. I'm talking about a boat action. Never mind. But we would get to distribute them because it's an action to play 3 stamps and then an action to play 1. Yeah, you know, honestly, it feels a little bit silly to use the 6 stamp worker to take an action where we only have 1 on color, or the 6 seal worker to play an action where we only have 1 on color seal, but I think it's actually quite good. The other thing we could do is we could push this guy by playing one of the deep seal purchasing actions, right? And that's not bad either. That earns us some money. If we were to do that, we'd get a discount on each one of the placement actions. We get to take relatively cheap seals, because we can just buy these top 3 blues. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. So we just go here, here, here. All three of them would be free. We don't even actually have to take this action, which is interesting. I wonder, is it better to hit our own lens, not giving him a coin, also preventing him from potentially giving us a coin? But that would get us to here, and then if we ever get to place another seal in any way, we get to cash this guy in and make the money and get the book movement and stuff. And then we have a person who has the seals to just go on the boat. Although without the extra distinction, it's a little bit less exciting. I guess the other thing we could do is we could set this guy up to be the distinction guy, right? Yeah, if I play the big action here... Okay, that's, I think, maybe the right play, because we want to push our workers up to the point where they're worth money. So at the unfortunate risk of giving you a coin... I mean, no risk. I am giving you a coin. That's guaranteed. We play a blue seal here, bumping you up to insanely valuable. And then -1 coin and -1 coin. And now you're still in a position where we can bump you up, but also we have another gold distinction worker to take this blue action with. Yep, and that's fine because we didn't need the big spot for it. We actually are allowed to take the double blue action if we want to this way. So that would allow us to move 4 spaces in total. But we need to, since we need to hit both of these, we are only moving 3 spaces no matter what. So why not just move the 3 spaces? And not give you the coin? The answer is because it would let Alfred move an extra space, but I don't know that we're going to be able to, like... I think Alfred's probably reaching the end of the boat track no matter what. Yeah, we're just going to not give him the coin. So, stop here, get 4 money, stop here, pay 3 money to drop a tent, which allows us to place a seal with a discount or place a bunch of stamps. Let's, for sure, play 3 stamps. Do we want to... I think I'm going to take this for the final round. And then it's got to be play the 1 stamp over take a seal, right? And here we just go to shared max. And then that is 2 more boat movement, catching us up with the Beagle once again. And I guess placing this guy. I wasn't really thinking about that. Okay. Alfred commits Alfred's delivery, which is fine. At some point, we do have to make that delivery. I would like to get the flower. So, that book has people in it. We're looking at... This is going to be +1, right? No, it's going to be 3 coins and then 0. So this is going to be totally coin neutral play. And again, there's nothing that can really change that. So what are my other actions? There's the delivery. I mean, this has got to be... The green one's got to be played with the purple seal guy. So what is blue guy doing? Blue guy's going and getting me an objective, maybe? And if so, that's like the contentious action? Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know how I thought I was going to get 3 boot movement. We can get 3 boot movement by the end of the turn because we're going to get this. So when I take the 2 movement, I have to go all the way to here. That's pretty important, which is a little bit of a shame because I would have liked to grab the mineral for the last turn. I guess that means that it's not like, if I am making a trade-off and I'm not delivering this blue flower right now, then there's not really a reason for me to rush to this because we're talking about only gaining 6 of the potential 12 points here either way, which means I don't need to make this green move this turn. So if that's not important to us, then what is? We can't really stop Alfred from delivering that, probably. Actually, that's a 2-point move. If I'm willing to skip the 8-point tent site, I can steal this from Alfred and prevent Alfred from having a meaningful delivery ever again, I think, which should let us take over the book track pretty seriously on a pretty full museum. Yeah, okay. So maybe that's what we're doing here. We are paying 3 coins to move our explorer on this island to here, sniping that mineral. Alfred has no delivery to do, so he just makes a move. He samples this, so like right now would be the moment to go for this delivery. We deliver blue bird, because this is the delivery that gains us 3 coins, and we need all 3 of them, so that we can afford to deliver red mineral. Thus cutting Alfred off from probably ever having a meaningful delivery ever again. And then we just go get an objective, I think. Do we want... We definitely want to make sure we get a gold objective so we can fill this space. It's more important than anything else that's left. So we'll take this. This requires us to build a lens sometime during the final round. Okay. Boat move forward 1. Again, very easy to process. Boot forward 1. It's probably this, right? Picking this up is significant. Obviously, stepping forward and grabbing 5 points in an objective is also significant. But this is 6 points at the end of the game. This just requires 1 green specimen, which we're hoping to get from that. So actually, this space will be more than 6 points. Getting this is not necessary. And we're not going to make any points off of it. It doesn't help me deliver anything right now. No, I think I want to take my boot move here. And we could boot move like over here for 5 coins, which is not horrible. We're getting money from the correspondence envelope in a second, though. I like this. Let's grab these. Hooray, book track. Then a fair amount of cash. 16 points for you, 12 for me. I'm doing okay. He's ahead of us by a lot right now. But there are some things where we get points at the end of the game where he doesn't. We're going to score real well on our workers, which is important. And our objective spaces are pretty full. You fucking monster. Okay, he did finish the third island. So at this point, he's going to start moving this guy again. If we want this objective card, or this objective token to flip and give us 12 points, then we are going to need to buy a lens. If we pick this up to try to fill the space instead, we had to get up to having 14 coins on us all at once, which seems a little unrealistic in my opinion. Does not feel like a thing that's very likely to happen. All right, so let's take a boat move, or a people move, foot move. So we could play this, get 5 spaces of movement with a stop off. And from here go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That feels awfully strong. Or 3, 4, 5 and place a tent. It's our last tent. It's the 5-point tent. Which is to say the 9-point tent. However, honestly, I don't like it is. It's a little expensive. I don't think it's bad, and I do think we need to get out to a lead on this. I want to be the one to grab that lizard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we take the 4-space move tile away from him, he can't get here in a single move. But that only works if we're in his path. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take that. So it's got to be the one who has the 3 green seals. Okay. You go here. And then here. And it's a little bit of a shame to take the free seal delivery so early, because obviously we would rather fill in some spaces and use it to drop that. But it is what it is. I'm going to... It's going to be a red seal, right? Since it's free, maybe we take it from the bottom. Alfred has all the money Alfred could ever need, always anyway, right? And I want my eventual deliveries to be as, or, you know, if I do play another seal, I would like that to be as cheap as possible. So we'll do it like this, which seems a little silly. All right, Alfred is taking boat moves and reaching, okay, not all the way to the end of the boat track, but he's doing very well on the boat track. Where is the green flower? Did we... Oh, it's in the thing. Why am I talking about flowers? It's minerals. Minerals are what we care about. We have 2 of the minerals. We walked past one of them. 2 of them. Okay, so if we want points, we have the option of taking a 12-point magnifying glass move at the end of the turn, potentially. For right now, there's a delivery here that gives us a ton of book. The blue flower and the yellow bird. And it will be worth... It's going to cost us 2 coins in total to do that. So we have to make sure that we're preserving 2 coins. Do I want to... We have here an option where we could just finish this guy off. I don't know if I think that's good. It is worth noting we can play our last tent on this space. So that's kind of fun. I don't know if that's worth doing, but it is interesting at least. If we're trying to play a lens, we probably actually are lensing this action, right? So we're probably talking about a cost of 9 coins. So maybe what we do is like, if I grab an objective now, that takes us up to 9 money. I'm looking at like what's ahead of Alfred's characters here and trying to figure out if I need to be afraid he's going to steal an objective tile from us. I think I'm not afraid of that. But I guess I want to go get an objective tile. We're going to take, since our bank is full right now in a way that we're hoping to fix, I mean, taking a silver and putting it here is perfectly reasonable, right? I think so. Just put that there. That is immediately finished. But that was as much about the money as it was about the points. Okay, Alfred's moving. Okay, so now we got to make that delivery. He did steal the objective. Oh yeah, that space does. What an asshole. Okay, well that lens is not as exciting anymore. But now we got to make this delivery, or he is going to threaten to make it for us. So let's send. It's got to be purple, right? But like the question is, do we think we're going to use this guy? Like honestly, maybe one purple seal is better. Well, we're not going to play yellow. So the question is just like green or not. Are we planning to do a 2-move green action? And the answer is maybe, honestly. So yeah, as weird as this looks, I think I am using you for the delivery. Sorry, friend. Okay. So we're going to deliver this thing, cutting Alfred off. Then we're going to pay another 3 to deliver this thing, which is just a bunch of book track. And now, getting and delivering the green reptile would max out our book and improve the value of the museum, which is relevant to us because our multiplier is higher than his is. So it might be worth 2 actions, but honestly, maybe not. Okay, and he drew a card that had it had deliver at the top of it, so he would have delivered there. So it's a good thing we jumped on that when we did. Okay, now, if we want to complete this objective, and I believe that we do, we are probably looking at only playing. Yeah, you know, finishing the museum would be 2 of our remaining 2 workers. And it would prevent us from doing this, right? I think I'm going to right now we can play 3 + 4. We could do that. And then we can end the game by just doing a research action and getting our green thing that way. And this ends up just being 2 points. But yeah, finishing this for 12 points is very valuable. Moving this boat forward is 5 + 6, right? Or 5 plus 4 plus this, meaning I don't have to take this action to complete the objective. So actually, a 3-space boat action, a 4-space boat action is pretty good. And I guessed wrong about what I was going to want to do. And did not leave myself a 4-space boat action. Yep, that happened. My foresight is not totally optimal. I have not been sleeping as well as I might have liked. But we can just do this. We can place the lens here. Just move to the end of the book track, finishing this objective for 12 points. That's perfectly reasonable. And then use our final worker to do a single research. Just grab the yellow mineral that we skated past, or sorry, the green mineral that we skated past, which both gives us 6 points on this and finishes this objective for another 2 points. Is there a thing for this worker to do that is better than 8 points? We don't have the money. No, we could. We could have the money to finish that worker for 10, actually. Right? Because if we play this action, we can -3 the first seal, this blue seal onto there, then complete the worker for 3 coins. Yeah, that ends up actually being the most valuable play. 10 points instead of 8. Right? There's nothing else about that I'm missing. Yeah, I think that's right. It does give him a coin, but I don't believe it matters because I think it's 4 coins to a point. So I think he was at a point already. So we take the big discount. We go this to here. Then, oh, sorry, undo. What am I? Red. We go red to here. Then we complete the crew card, gaining 3 coins. And then we use those 3 coins to place literally any seal here. And that gets us all of that stuff. Yeah. Oh, we get our green specimen anyway from this. We just don't get to take a mineral. So actually, yeah, no, that's like hugely correct. Because we're still getting these 2 points. Okay, sadly, moving our ship is not worth anything. Moving our explorer is worth 3 points or 2 points. Oh no, we're ahead. We get the 4 points on the banner. That's right. No, that's definitely it. 4 points plus 2 points. Yeah. And then at the end of the game, we get a point worth of money. Hooray! All right, 20 victory points for you from the Beagle. Only 7 for me because I didn't catch up this round. But we're crushing it on objectives. We're crushing it on wax seals. And we're crushing it on the theory of evolution. And we still lose because this AI is very difficult. That is a 227. I would like it to be noted here, though. Everybody just take a second and look at the fact that that's a 3-digit number starting with a 2. I don't feel so horrible about that. It is truly like a truly horrifying score. 227. I don't know what to do about that. So unfortunately, we will have to sacrifice our brains and the knowledge therein to the Alfred bot. But this is the price of progress, you know? Could I have made up 17 points somewhere? Maybe. I will say that even if I did make 17 points worth of mistakes, even if this game was, you know, totally winnable on its face, I'm still like quite pleased with this result. I think that's the best outcome I've ever had. And I talked a little bit before about how it's difficult to compare your score in one game of something like this to your score in another game because it's hard to look at any particular instance of the thing and say, this is the number of points that were on offer, and I got whatever percentage of that. It's hard to know what the arrangement of random factors was making the point ceiling to be. But I will say here, I don't feel like this was a particularly easy board to play. The museum stuff was weird relative to the Beagle goals. Like these were not the easiest Beagle goals to get 1 billion points on. The special actions book was not really in our favor. It was almost not worth playing at all. And this is a place where the player usually does have an advantage over Alfred because Alfred can't process these. I feel like this was a relatively difficult board and that I did quite well on it. So I'm pretty happy with that. In any case, that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I had a lot of fun with this. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope some of y'all have been driven to come to Board Game Arena and try this thing out because it is really rad. They have a lot of other good heavy Euro implementations. They have Anachrony, which is a game that I deeply, deeply love. And I think I've played some of on the channel before. Yeah, so all that said, I'm so scattered at this point. I apologize. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, later, there's going to be more stuff here, different stuff. And we'll see you then.